So hello everyone and welcome back to Legend of Grimrock 2. I was thinking that I will start by going back and having a look more onto all of the gravestones, as there was a mention in the comment section in YouTube that there would be some sort of a regularity with some of the graves that he asked that I should try to figure out. The first thing that came into my mind from that was that some of the people that have died here are people who are also adventurers, a little bit like I or us, we are. And some, on the other hand, are then servants to the master, that's for sure. They were servants to the master. And that's kind of interesting. And there was also, yeah, this was the other one that I was also thinking. Too weak to talk, but powerful enough to curse us all, says here. And here with Kalama, it was also said that an obedient servant, but never spoke a word. So there's a lot of silent ones, as us. We are pretty silent too, after all. So I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it, or it's just the idea indeed that this, at least Kalama, was a servant. I don't know if there's something in the gravestones themselves, but, you know, can at least have a look around. And then Miriel Riddle ended her life in the Red Hills in the town of Ediamon. This is also interesting because she didn't die here, according to this. Died somewhere completely elsewhere. And yeah, Kalma, an obedient servant and everything. And I started this recording again because just a moment ago this worked really poorly, but while I visited here I noticed that claw. That is such an interesting looking claw. I don't know what item that is supposed to be, that is on some sort of a pedestal, but it's definitely interesting looking. So I was just thinking that I will mark this here. Also, I did discover this. So that would be the frostbolt. It's very logical in that sense that this ice spikes requires earth, and on the other hand, the frostbolt requires air. So it's very logical, even if I first thought that maybe it's something like this or maybe something like this, which all could be possibilities too as such as an idea, but it's a very logical one. It's a good thing to have something else as an option too, even if I too like my lightning bolt still more. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a good idea to have some other options. We do need to be starting to head forth into the dangerous locations over there though, very, very soon. But let's just do a quick save. I guess I could go and quickly check on the graves here too. As the first thinking that, is this somehow more red? But I don't think so. But yeah, let's just go and check on this quickly too. Gunmonty Ironwheel, a sage, and an engineer. May his towers never fall. So some are just, so to speak, famous people, like the one specific individual who had a name. This also has a name, and is then a sage and an engineer, something more special, so to speak, than just a servant or just an adventurer, like I think we are. This was the something like a blacksmith or something. Pummel-faced the stonemason, born in the frozen tundras of the north. By the way, this also tells, indeed, would be the hint that if we consider that there was talk of the frozen tundra, and this says that the frozen tundras of the north, so then you know that it's in the north. But anyways, usually the frozen tundras would be the assumption that they are in the north. Lived a long life and died on Nex. And this, as I understand, is the Isle of Nex. I think we are on Nex right now at this moment. This place has a great ambience, as in terrible ambience. The entire Elfeltry brought here by the ships or Northampton, a worthy servant to the master. A lot of these who are worthy servants to the master. So Tara Elfeltry, worthy servant to the master. Kalma was also a worthy servant to the master, as I recall. This was just an empty sack, which I could maybe take with me. And 3 unknown slaves were laid to rest here. Freedom at last. Maybe I could take some more rocks and just pick up that in the meantime when I left them here. Also, I don't recall what you said. As such, I should maybe mark some more of these already previously up, because there was some interesting ones that said something intriguing. But knowledge flourishes on the island, decay and death have fed its growth. Or, yeah. And that was what I assumed, that then maybe he wants more people to die here, so that there will be more death. And I was also considering, we started on this island with the legend of Kilhakan, the sailor, the captain sailor who lost his ship first and then the sword and so on. Maybe he was the original master in the end in this island? Maybe. Maybe this master is then his son, considering he said, on the other hand, in the note that told about these three. In that note, he also mentioned that his father told that story to him, didn't it? I think so. Enter at your own risk. Yeah, here it is. Sealed in this vault are the fragments of a tale that tells of a pilgrim from Xavi. My father passed the story to me, and now it is my time to pass it forward. But who is the island master's father? It could be even Kilhakan himself, considering he got shipwrecked into here. Maybe. Possibly. It's just a lot of ideas that I have had in my mind, and I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm completely off with it, completely wrong, but that would still be my idea. But okay. After having looked into those, I guess I gotta go into here, even though I do hate to fight all of those undead. But at least it's always like the very first time that you investigate an area a little bit more throughoutly. I am a little bit more worried and careful with the area, but when you at least start to be knowing the area a little bit better, it is more okay, so to speak. Even if there will be then lots of deaths. Dead guys walking around in here. This is then again someone that just has a very much indeed a name. Erheb the Master Carpenter rests here. Erheb. Perhe. Almost like a perhe. Hara the Scribe, the esteemed writer of the Annals of Tyrion 1-7. But otherwise I haven't seen any more clues about these fellows, at least. If I could say so. I do wonder if they just keep on spawning here when we go far enough all the time. To me that is an excellent question. Like after that... yeah. After this gate, do they just keep on spawning all the time? Maybe. It's a possibility that in there they just don't want us to go forth, and so they keep on spawning. Maybe I should then hurry into that one area where we also had that one interesting area and drop down, and there was also lots of undead there. Maybe. But I'll do a quick save here before we go and enter into this locale. And this was also some sort of grave marker. Ludiar Munimunfar, slave from the uttermost, a blacksmith like no other. But usually if they had some special skills, there is also a name, Ludiar Munimunfar. Slave, blacksmith like no other. No mention that they would have died here or somewhere else. Anywhere, really. I'm interested to know if they just keep on respawning or if that is the final. Did we kill all that would be respawning from behind us for now? I don't know. I really couldn't say. Maybe. Just something that one has to be certainly careful with. Of course, I may just go into here. And then just try to go all the way over here. That's just a teleporter clove. Interestingly, there is also an area over there where we would then wish to be able to go, and this was a very intriguing looking area, and below there was certainly a lot of undead, and then there's this type of a What? Oh, this grew and then you became encumbered. That's kind of interesting sort of a situation. Well, I did pick up a lot of more stones, so I guess I'll drop at least a couple into here. I was just wondering that what's happened exactly? But okay, just that. Just another quick save quickly. So, I do wonder what exactly will happen if we go into that platform. Or drop something into that platform. Maybe I should be picking this couple up and then just try it out. I'm not sure where there's the ladder. There's a ladder over here. Yeah, on top of here. I do definitely want to drop there at some point. What did that... Oh, okay. This started to go up and down after a certain amount of time, and I could assume that it happens again, or maybe it doesn't. Like, was it this first? No, it was this first, then it was this one, and then this one? Right. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I could try to have something like all 3 rocks ready and try to throw them into those locations. It starts after just a little moment. Okay, the gate opened up. Interesting. Quite intriguing. And I don't need to have anything on this pressure plate or that spot to stay open. Don't see any undead behind us for now. Nothing happened exactly over here yet. That is the weird alleyway though, with all those platforms. Yeah. So we got the rocks all the way over into here. Which we could be picking up if we wish. But this just takes us forward even more. Loot urns? That's a lot of urns. And the big ones. Really? Big urns. Not sure I like the look of this place. I was thinking that this gotta be breakable because, like, truly, it's just strange to have all these bots here. Is there something else here other than just us breaking all these bots? Is some enemy going to be spawning on us? Oh, that's some more bots down. There's a grave here and one of these lovely things. Okay. Hey, this is a riddle guy too. There was the one other riddle. Hallowed woods of Arn-Aven claimed another victim. Remaining puzzles designed by him were lost in the burnt library of the Ormond. Ronar Riddle, because that one other person also had Riddle in the as a last name, right? I'm pretty sure they did. Let's just Ronar Riddle. So Ronar Riddle is the one that has been buried here. Hallowed woods of Arn-Aven claimed another victim. Remaining puzzles designed by him were lost in the burnt library of Ormond. Doesn't mention how they died or anything of a like, but interesting. I do think that I should be digging them up too, though. Well, it did cause undead to spawn. That was a lovely amount of damage. Burn. Lovely. Nice enough. I think I'm getting better at killing some of these, but of course, like, one is no problem. The problem is when they can start to be killing us, on the other hand. Let's just make the other safe so we don't need to be killing that guy again. And anyways, we need to be going back and chopping down and everything like that too, in a while. in a moment or so. Not in here. Just being a little bit careful. For good reason or not, I am being careful. Okay, those broke pretty easily though. One little herb. That is some sort type of a scroll. And there's also someone behind us. Okay. You would have to heal. God damn it, they just always deal so much damage so quickly. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. Okay, that's a lot of this anyways. It's like 4 of them. Something like that. They just always... There's so many when they spawn. There's so many of them always. It's annoying. And there's no way for me to try to exactly deal with just one at a time. Well, maybe. If I... That's not what I was trying to do. Let's just get you to be ready with that. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna just be shooting with that now. I think I could block here. And then I could try to block here. And then I could try to kill one at a time here for a moment and dance a little bit. But I would have to refresh this a little bit more often. The one specifically good thing about having at least a max concentration is definitely that this will last longer. Every point in concentration increases the spell's duration by 2 seconds. The more we would be able to kill like that, the better. And let's just get this done at least 2. And then just get ready with this for sure. I think we definitely need it. I don't like you going and trying to do that behind my back. So we specifically have to start getting worried when that goes off. That. Yeah, wrong thing. 100% wrong thing. I'll just make a new one into here and then start killing you. Okay. That's okay. Let's see if we can make one after this guy comes to us. Come to me. One more step. Good. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated of you trying to actually come to me one at a time. I very much appreciate that. Of course, this is something that I cannot prepare for in any way if I don't know where they spawn from. Okay, I think that was pretty perfect. I still had myself the space to actually work, but then we were able to deal with all of this really pretty nicely, I'd say. Lovely. I do love how quick she is with her strikes and everything. Just slowly but surely killing you. Okay, that was okay. Okay, let's just make the quick save now. But yeah, it's a lot more difficult to try to prepare for that without knowing when they attack and yeah, everything. Just definitely a lot harder. Let's just do the quick save before we rest. I do need to rest unless I want to be making more energy potions, which of course would also be an option. I should let you eat something. Let's see. We don't have that much food with us, but turtle steaks are okay at least. So that's good. I'm pretty sure that there's not even more coming right now. At least we aren't in an area where we should be very easily surrounded. So in that sense, that anyway is pretty okay. It's a nighttime, so it's a lot darker. I guess I should try to do the darkness actually, just so that we can see exactly how this looks in all of the darkness even. So yeah, kind of a creepy area, I would say, indeed. Just a teeny tiny bit, but I'll prefer the light nonetheless, a little bit more. Okay, just do another quick save so we are ready to go and head forward and everything. But yeah, that is something that it's very difficult to try to prepare for before you know that they're coming. Oh yeah, I forgot to pick this up. In all reality, I guess I should save after it so that I don't forget to pick it up next time. I should really try to see about making more stat boots and so on. Oh yeah, by the way, the one idea that I was also wondering, would there be something more special that would happen if we had a lot of the bear skull helmets and belt and gauntlets and even more equipment of bear claws, so to speak, and then we would transform into a bear? I wonder. I do have to wonder about that. It does sound like an interesting idea, at least to me. Okay. So what is this scroll that they so hardly went and protected? Okay. Do I want to put this where? Maybe into here just. Yeah, this is just this thing, so I guess I can put it there. Oh yeah, Necromancer's Potion 2 Black Moss. Well, this would have been the place that would have actually told us that there's a Resurrection Potion for sure. But we do know it already when I was just testing things out. But Alchemy level 5 requirement, and interestingly it's Necromancer Potion. Interesting. That's the name of it, considering it is still something that actually... Okay, at least you like those apparently. Dexterity +1, not exactly something that I love you to have, but that's nice. It's not like I know anything that they would like. I'm just thinking that maybe I'll give more insects and so on, and I don't at least know who would like the fruit, so I just gave it to him, but I'm not sure. I don't have anything in mind what would be exactly her favorite food though, otherwise, for example, other than the cheese. You really don't really even need to eat, but you just go and eat that too. You can eat that beetle a little bit later on, I'd say. Okay. There is someone here that we can chat with. Oh, okay. I think this is something very important indeed. Every night the Silent One sees something. Look where he looks and be patient. This is going to be a very important hint for us. Every night the Silent One sees something. Let's just put this down. And mark. Every night the Silent One sees something. Be patient. And then we will see it too. Look where he looks and be patient. Yeah. Okay. Look where he looks. Look where he looks and be patient. I assume this is indeed the guy. Every night the Silent One sees something. Look where he looks and be patient. Like there was this one... Was it here, the statue that said to us that there is... The Silent One has another one who is more talkative, a brother or whatever the word was exactly. A brother that is more talkative behind the gate in the sunrise. So we have come into here, and this is the guy who is the more talkative person. So every night the Silent One says something, look where he looks and be patient. And the Silent Ones are approximately here, so I assume that has something to do with how we are going to be getting into this place. Because at least I have no idea how we're supposed to do this. So he has to see something here during the night. I assume we have to indeed then be waiting for the night exactly too. But this is going to be very important. Thank you very much. You were actually an extremely important fellow to fight, I'd say. Even if otherwise I was thinking that there's not that much here. Why is this so important? Other than, of course, the Resurrection Potion, if you hadn't just tried things out and found it that way. But to be honest, I have been in need of those resurrection potions for more than one reason, really. Well, to be honest, it's no really surprise that they are something very important for us when we especially have the single-use healing crystals. So they are indeed very important. I wonder... Yeah, this is close the gate, so it seems that they simply have one mission, and that is to close the gate. That is this one. And this also... Oh, interesting. This just gets all the rocks to us, so we even had to be doing it like that. And after that, like, it opens these and, yeah, we would need to be throwing them there. But that's not essential right now. However, the question is, how would I be able to go and try to deal with all the undead below? Well, I guess that is just something we have to try to go and do, and definitely I think the shield with you first. Then I think you should be preparing at least one force field, so we can make sure that we're going to be just engaging from one direction first and everything. And so on and forth. I'm quite fine killing one at a time. A shame that I didn't manage to make that hit count. Okay. Let's see. You come into here. Let's just make another one there so we can be for sure making sure that at least nothing else comes from there for the moment. Lovely, even a backstab. Okay, lovely. That worked out perfectly. Just in case there is anything more that would like to be coming into here. Not exactly necessarily perfect, but I just want to make sure that there's nothing more that would like to be coming and trying to engage us right now. This is the place that I definitely prefer to be in if I want to be fighting this sort of a guy. Lovely. Okay, maybe these are all. Approximately at least. Possibly. Seems like it. Yeah, doesn't seem like there's anyone else. So just a little bit better plans, and of course it's always the hindsight. I know a little bit better where they are when coming the second time round. Not sure there's gonna be anything on the walls. I guess there could be something on these wooden frames or some such. However, quite doubtful. So, let's have a look into this sack. Could you have a golden key for me? As such, we found one golden key in a sort of a sack. Nah, just food. Well, food is good enough, I guess. Food is all a-okay. Actually, this was one of the things that you definitely at least liked, and I assume that I have must fed you something else that you like. It's just a question what else it might be, but I don't know. At least we know that this is something you like, but I don't know what else you might like. Maybe you like crack beetles, maybe you don't like crack beetles. I have no idea. At least I doubt the humans like them. Minotaur might, but Minotaur I don't even need to feed, so it's kind of the problem. He wouldn't be needing any of the foods. Actually, yeah, let's put this into here. It's not like you need them right there in any way. And then we have all the lovely essences and the meteorite that I'm not sure how to use. But hey, I'm sure we'll find out something about it in the future. Don't see anything else here. Okay, we were able to do that pretty nicely now. Then in the end, then we have plenty of other areas to go and explore here. Okay, let's do another quick save.